Imposter syndrome is an internal feeling in which one doubts their abilities in spite of their accomplishment. 1 out of every 5 college students experiences imposter syndrome during their studies. In Maryland, we'll meet a recent college graduate who overcame self-doubt and uncertainty by leaning into her faith.
I feel like I'm not as capable as others may think, thinking that you're not good enough or you're not smart enough. There's always that, imposter syndrome.
As a nursing student in Baltimore, Maryland, Jill struggled with the challenges of nursing school on top of feelings of self-doubt. However, there was one thing that helped her see through it all.
My faith helped me overcome those challenges. Prayer, especially in nursing school.
As a member of the Church of Christ, it was her faith that gave her the courage to keep pushing through all of the stress.
Pray before and after exams, clinical experiences, and practicum, or just whenever I feel stressed.
And today, she joins other class of 2022 graduates along with their families in the Ecclesiastical District of Washington, D.C. for a Baccalaureate special gathering. Led by Supervising Minister Brother Barrington Thompson, graduates were reminded to give thanks to God for their academic achievements and to trust in His plan in their lives.
Just having that relationship with God is what I attribute all my successes to.
An activity like this, it gives inspiration to the graduates that they're not alone. The next step in their life, they're not alone. They have family that support and love them. They have the church administration that also loves them. And most of all, this reminds them that God is with them in their next step in life. They just have to trust in Him.
And placing his trust in God is a recent graduate and father of twins, Oliver.
It was very difficult, especially having new children, but for me, it was always putting my faith first and my trust in God. So even though school was very difficult, it actually didn't seem that difficult because I always just knew that God was able to pull me through.
While in high school, Rika also attended community college, allowing her to attain an associate's degree and at the same time receiving her high school diploma.
Stressed and overwhelmed, but with a simple prayer, the burdens in my mind disappeared. That whatever is happening is all God's plan, and despite my studies being difficult, I always prayed unto God whenever I was having a hard time, and I knew that with His help I can achieve anything.
Christian Brotherhood International, or CBI, an organization of the Church of Christ for students, prepared certificates of recognition for the class of 2022 graduates of kindergarten through graduate and postgraduate studies. In addition, graduates and their families spent time together enjoying performances and games.
What is Coco?
There we go.
To celebrate one another today is very important because it just shows that you're not the only person, you're not the only student going through what you're going through, and that in one faith we're able to continue to acknowledge God's blessings onto us in this life.
I feel like activities like this, it actually gives you that sense of confidence, because you know that it just reminds you of that your efforts are not in vain and that you're being recognized, which is always a good thing because it motivates you to do better and do more.
Looking back on their academic journey, these 2022 graduates give some advice for those still studying.
Always plan, and even if those plans don't go the way you want it to, it's okay because God has you, He has your back.
It's more important than the education that I received in getting a master's degree. It's my faith that I want to impart to my children. I want them to understand that that's going to be able to help them overcome and conquer things.
As the graduates of the class of 2022 begin the next chapter of their lives, they will continue placing their trust in God no matter what. To learn more about the faith of these Church of Christ members, visit incmedia.org/get-to-know-us. Nidal Anibara, Iglesia ni Cristo News Network, Washington, D.C.
Keep up with the latest news and inspiring stories of INC News World by hitting the subscribe button to the INC Media YouTube channel.